Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to modded NightOwl server. Yeah, get back to work, AJ. I got this awesome whip that I found in a dungeon. Let's put my armor back on. I don't know what it does. It is part of the Fossils and Archaeology Revival mod, so I don't know if it only works on dinosaurs, but it doesn't do anything to any other mobs, so that's kind of strange. This is AJ's place over here on the side of the mountain. Let's head back over to our place. A lot of stuff has happened since the last episode, yesterday. I've just been playing on here non-stop, doing tons of things. I went and made a bunch of alumite tools. So we got an alumite mattock, we got an alumite pickaxe. I also have an alumite lumber axe, which is a very useful tool, especially in this forest with all these pine trees. I think they're pine, right? Yeah, the pine wood. Since they're super tall, the lumber axe can actually chop down an entire tree. I think up to, I want to say up to like 30 blocks tall. As long as there's like leaves on top of it, it will take down the whole tree. This is my house from last time. I got this flag here from some sort of Thaumcraft-based obelisk thing. We have a deer. I had to go fishing with the help of Kamikaze and Chad. Thanks to those guys, they helped me get some raw fish, which is really hard because there's tons of fish in this mod. And I'll show you what the raw fish was for. But one of the things I caught was a mystery safari net, which if you use those, then there's some random mob that just pops out of them. And I got a Twilight Forest deer, so he's just chilling in here. I also fought quite a few king slimes, and so I have a king slime rapier, a king slime excavator, a king slime hammer, as well as some tools in here. This thing is amazing. This is a new mod that I'd never heard of, adventure backpack, but I had to add it in because it looks so cool. It's a backpack that you make. They're not too expensive. If we look at adventure backpack, this is the base one. You just need 2 tanks, which are like that, and then it's just a chest, a sleeping bag, which is some carpet, and some leather, and that makes the adventure backpack. And then you can make a whole bunch of different kinds of backpacks from that using different materials, like a gray backpack, magma cube backpack, a melon backpack. And I decided to go with the mushroom backpack in kind of honor of our single player series Underground, because I like mushrooms in there. So with this thing, it holds a lot of stuff. It has a crafting menu in here, so you can craft things right in here. We can break it and pick it up, and we can access it while it's in our inventory. We can also put it on our back using this button, and now it is on our back. And as you can see, it has 2 tanks in there. Now if I change the button to I, so if I hit I, it opens it up, and we have 2 tanks. You can hold 2 different liquids, 4 buckets of each, so I can stick just like a bucket of water in there and get that out of there, and then I can put an empty bucket and it empties it. It's really awesome. It also has some tool slots, and what you can do with that is when you're holding over a tool, you can hold shift and scroll, and it will scroll between those tools. And if you're using vanilla tools, it actually like shows them hanging off your back, which is kind of cool. Another cool thing that you can do with this is if I take the backpack off and set it down, I can right click it, and over here there's a sleeping bag, and you can actually sleep, which is awesome. I don't know if anyone else is gonna really want to sleep here. We'll take a look here. Alright, AJ slept, so we got morning time. So yeah, it's a really awesome mod. Really useful little backpack. I like it a lot. Let's stick that back on. So, let's see. Another thing I did, we need to get out of here. That's right, I can just close it right here. Another thing I did is I went around the village and put in some dirt paths. I used a chisel variant like this. I connected all the places up, kind of cleaned up the whole village so that we can actually walk around to places. Because before, everything was just all over the place. I put some stairs in places so you can get to every single house except for that one. Because that one's a very awkward house. But but all the other houses are right on the path and easy to get to. Yeah, maybe I'll put like a door over there or something and have like a staircase going up the side. We got a portal. We went into the nether a little bit. I didn't look around too much, but I think Vert and Kami were going in there to get some cobalt and manulin, or some cobalt and ardite to make manulin and to make tools. We've expanded our smeltery up a bit, or Tiger has. We got some stuff in there. And yeah, one really cool thing with this road and this chisel stuff is I went through and I made this all out of, you know, this kind of dirt brick type texture, and it looks really plain, very uniform. But one thing I can do to just make it look nicer is I can just go around and hit a bunch of the road like this, and just kind of hit randomly all over the place. And if we turn around, it should look a lot better. We might need to fix some of this stuff up. Let's put that back. If I hit a single block too much, then it goes to a weird texture that doesn't quite fit. But if we go like that, so now we have like a couple of different types of blocks here. And I think it looks a little bit better. Makes it look a little bit messier. And I could go in here and like fine tune it a little bit more as well. But it was a nice simple path. Hey, Kamikaze's on. It was a nice simple path to set up. Not too difficult. Let's feel the wrath of my rapier. Oh. Okay. Well, I'll fix that later. There's so many creeper holes around spawn. It is not good. Not good at all. Let's head up top. I have something up in the sky that I want to show you guys. I have someone I want you to meet. And way up here, we have our first dragon. I hatched one up in the sky so we could get this. Oh yes, you're very loud. So we could get this Aether dragon. I think I'm gonna call you Jack, just because I just thought of that because while I was climbing up the ladder, I thought of Jack and the Beanstalk, climbing up there to get to the giant. You will be Jack, the dumb boy who sold the family cow for beans, but then turned out to take you to a dangerous place. But yeah, we finally have a dragon, which is really awesome. This thing is nice to have. I like this guy. He's so cool. He's so cool. Sirhc, are you flying? I sure am. This is why we needed raw fish, because you need vanilla fish to tame this guy. I guess it didn't need to be raw fish. I think a puffer fish worked at one point, but I needed like a handful of fish for this guy to actually get tamed. And he is so cool. I'm pretty sure AJ's seen this guy. Maybe not, I guess. I guess he really hasn't been on this morning or last night. He's down there. Let's go swoop on him. Swoop on him. Rah! This guy is so cool. I love the dragons. I love the dragon mounts. It's such an awesome mod. And it works really well. Like, they just fly very well. And it all just works nicely. And he's like a dog. You can have him attack things for you. And it's a really cool mod. So let's, should we put him back there? Yeah, I guess we'll put him back up there. I kind of hate climbing up here. I need to get some sort of ender pearl farm going. I know we have an stop. I know we have a enderman spawner in our dungeon down below. So we'll have to get something set up there. Whoops, kind of fell there. I want you down in the cage. There we go. Because if I can do that, then I can get elevators. That's what I was talking about. I can get some elevators to get up here. Because I mean, this was supposed to be just temporary, but I really like it. It's kind of cool. Just this cage up in the sky for him. Very awesome. Let's jump off. Hopefully my hang glider works here. And yes, it does. Awesome. I had a few problems where it was a little laggy and didn't want to close. So anyways, I think I said last time that we were going to start maybe working on machines, and we are going to do that. Although I did kind of change my mind. I was going to, you know, kind of do what I normally do, go heavily into the machines, get lots of stuff set up. But I think this time around, I've been really enjoying the simple life, you know, just walking around with my basic tools and my dragon, the simple life, as you know, and just, you know, living off of normal farms. I've been enjoying it, and I'm not really quite ready to get super industrialized, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to set up a few machines, just something like macerators, furnaces, so that we can smelt things and we can, you know, pulverize things. I can process all these ores without having to put them in the smeltery to double them. And just some simple things that will help us out. One of the main things I want is just power. We need to get some power set up so that if I ever need power for stuff, I have it. But after that, I think like next episode, we're going to start diving into the magic mods, either Witchery or Thaumcraft. Let me know which one you want to see first. I really like them both, and I'm definitely going to check them both out. But I think it'd be kind of cool before actually getting set up elsewhere to actually focus on some magic stuff. Because I really haven't gotten super far into either of those, and it'd be interesting to kind of play that way. But let me get some stuff crafted, get some stuff made. It's going to take a while, especially since we're doing industrial craft things. They're going to take a little bit to set up. So I will come back to you. Okay, so after a little bit of work, I got some basic stuff set up. This is my power setup right now. It is just an electric furnace. We stick logs in there. They get smelted into charcoal. And then I have an item duct that should pull the charcoal out. Yes, it does. Very cool. Very cool. I like it. And then that puts it into a generator. And the generator powers this bat box, and I have a cable going to the electric furnace. I might set this up a little bit better, although I'm very afraid of breaking this stuff because I think sometimes if you break this stuff, there's a chance that it won't give you the machine back. It will give you like a what are they even called, iron casing or something like that. One of these basic machine casing. I think it's possible that it will just give you that back. Also, I think I might lose all my power if I break these, which is not good. But I could just leave it like this, and then I have a little macerator over here and a furnace, so I can stick ores into here, and it will break them up into dust, and then it will smelt them over here, and that will double my ores. But I need to hook up some power over to there. And then we have the new thermal expansion, which means we have some new the item ducts are a little bit different. There's a lot more to them. They're not as simple as they were before, but there's a lot more that you can do. There's tons of before, the way you would do this, and I don't think you can do that still. Like, we still have pneumatic servos. I wonder. Well, no, because I don't think you can. Because before you'd set down an item duct, and then you would right-click this to make it input, output, or turn it off. Now there's only connected and not connected. And then what you can do, so instead of, you know, being able to do that, you now have to actually make a servo like this, and then you right-click it into place, and then that is what you use to suck things out of places. And there's a lot more things that you can do with the item ducts. I think if we look up thermal dynamics, yeah, there's tons of different pipes. We still have the leadstone, well, I guess they're called flux ducts now. That's kind of weird to say. We still have those. The redstone, the resonant. Oh, we now have resonant flux ducts. Oh. Before, the highest tier was the redstone. I'm not sure if that was the same amount of power that it was, but now you can make the resonant flux duct. Oh, and there's also a cryo. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a cryo stabilized flux duct that can transfer infinite RF. That looks interesting. That looks really interesting. How do you make that? You have to use a fluid transposer and gelid cryothium. And then to make that, you need redstone. That doesn't seem too bad, actually. And it actually gives you a reason to make this cryotheum stuff. Like before, there wasn't a whole lot of use there. But then we also have temperate fluid ducts, hardened fluid duct, flux plated fluid duct, and I think there's like certain temperatures, and the transfer rate varies by fluid. I thought there was like different temperatures, or like you couldn't put hot or cold liquids in one of these fluid ducts. I'm not sure what that is. But then we have the item duct, normal one, an impulse item duct, like we had before, a warp item duct, uses redstone flux to move items instantly. That sounds awesome. And a fluctuating item duct, transfer amount is per connection. Structural duct, combined with a block to create covers. Oh, cool. We don't really need that because I'm assuming that the microblock still works with that, but I think Buildcraft has something like that, where you can make these sort of pillars, these structural things, and then you combine them with a block and it makes, and Buildcraft they're called facades. Well, it's like this right here. But you need an assembly table, so maybe that's kind of what that is for. But that's cool. That's cool. So this thing is working. Eventually, it should stop, but maybe not. I don't know if this thing. This might be a bad setup here, because it might just be basically wasting the fuel at this point. I'm trying to keep this thing powered. I don't know exactly how the generator works, if it'll stop like mid smelting or not. So I might be wasting fuel. Oh well. That's fine. Yeah, it kind of stopped there. That's alright. I'll just have to keep an eye on it. I don't need anything too fancy at the moment. And eventually I want to get into better power sources like lava or something. But yeah, I'm going to maybe make a few more machines. I want to make some machines that make it easier to make the industrial craft stuff. Because for this stuff you need a lot of like these plates and these casings, and you need wires, and to make those you either need to use this forge hammer or this cutter, and they take durability, or you need a metal former, which is this thing here, and that just does it automatically, which is a lot easier. Another thing I want to make is an extractor, so I can get more rubber. Right now, to get rubber to make like the cables and stuff, where's the extractor? I need to smelt rubber stuff in a smelter or in a furnace. But if I make this, then I can get more rubber per thing that I put in there. So that would be nice. There we go, that's a little better. So now I got the generator here powering the bat box, and then the bat box goes downward, or faces downward. And then I just have a cable underneath here connected to all the machines. Keeps the wires nice and hidden. All the machines are just sitting here. And it's working pretty good. I mean, it does what it needs to do. The only problem is that these machines are very slow to start out with. And to speed them up, you need an overclocker upgrade, which is right here. Now, these used to be not too difficult to make. It used to be like a water bucket surrounded by tin plates, but now you actually need coolant, which to make a coolant, you need a fluid solid canning machine, and you need water and lapis. Now, if you just use regular water, it takes 8 lapis, but you can also use distilled water, which I'm making out here in these solar distillers. This thing takes forever to make water, though. I'm going to have to make a whole bunch of these. But now I think maybe can't do that. We can probably do that, yeah. So now we got a water cell of distilled water. That just, you have to have it out in the sunlight, and you put water in there, and it distills it. So now with this, it only takes 1 lapis. I think we can just... No! Oh no. Can I pick that up? Oh, And that used the cell too. Dang it. Okay. How do we put this in here then? Okay, well this seemed to work. I just put a thermal expansion tank on top and right-clicked into there, and that put the water in there. So we just need some power going to there, and we'll do that, and that should be making some coolant now. Coolant? Yes, yes, yeah. So that's one coolant cell, and oh man, we need a lot of that, don't we? Because for each of these, it's one of those and then 4 tin plates. So we got to put some tin in here. Did I just grab some tin? I thought I did. Which one's the tin? There's some tin. So we need 4 of that in there. This is the metal former, and you can roll like with this, like you would do with the forge hammer. You can extrude or you can cut. And if you extrude, like when you're using these tools to make wire, you have to hit it with the hammer and then cut it with this. But here you can do this process straight to it. I got some more tin in here as well. So we can make one 10K coolant cell here, right? Oh, we need one more. One more here. Probably be faster to just use the hammer right now. I do still have 21 uses on that left. So now we do this, and then that, and then we need 2 more of those to make one overclocker upgrade. Oh man, IC2, they just keep making it harder and harder, and it's kind of annoying. I don't think it's entirely necessary, but who knows. I want to try, oh no, it's not going to do that. I was going to try putting this tank on there to see if it would pull out the water. You'd need, there's actually like a fluid eject, what is it, fluid eject upgrade. You'd need to make one of these, put it in here, and then this thing will eject fluid into nearby machines or something. But I think that's all we're going to do today. We got some machines set up. It's working. It's going to take a while to actually make these coolant cells. I'm going to have to make a lot of these, or I'm going to have to use a lot of lapis. You know, because it'd be 8 lapis per coolant cell if I did water. So I think I'm just going to have to make a whole bunch of these, hook them all up, and have that collecting water for me. So that I can make the coolant, and then I can make the overclocker upgrades. But yeah, that's all we're gonna do today. I hope you have enjoyed another episode of Modded. Like I said, next episode we'll probably work on some, I made a fedora, an adventurer's fedora, and it looks kind of weird with my hat as well. Let's turn the hat off. Done. Nice. Like I said, next episode we will probably go into some magic. We'll start on some magic mod, either witchery or thaumcraft. If you have a preference, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.